What's up, guys? Welcome to the live stream. We are headed over to the Panhandle Health District building. How's my audio? Let me know if my audio is good. So, what's up, buddy? Let me know if my audio is good, guys. Can you hear me? Here? Yes? No? Yes? Good. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. We are headed to the Panhandle Health District building. The Panhandle Health District building people, the employees, are responsible for, we got sheriffs pulling in already. These guys saw us earlier. This building is responsible for, and the employees are responsible for the mask mandate taking place. Now, once we get in here and get to talk to people, you're going to start to see the narrative of, it's not us making the decisions, it's the health board. They're going to try and pass it off to the health board and pretend that they are not complacent in these mask mandates. Don't care, right? You guys wave the same banner, you run the same flag, you're on the same team, you represent the same people. You're complicit in it, right? So all these people are fine with continuing to keep their job, get their paycheck, and harm their neighbors, which is what they're doing. They're in an atmosphere and a community of fear, of bullying. My wife doesn't even ever want to go shopping by herself now because people want to shame other people. They want to shame you into wearing a mask. People are becoming aggressive. They're becoming violent. So we're out here. Casey's going to be showing up here. Casey was trespassed verbally from these guys at some point. Law enforcement's already showed up. They've got a couple of security people wandering around in the bushes. So we're going to walk around. We're going to show you guys. We're going to wait for more people to show up. As you guys can see, there's people coming out, right? So should be interesting. Looks like some people waiting at the door. They may have locked the door. We're gonna go lead them on a little wild goose chase, though. We're gonna go walk around. But we're here to hold them responsible, right? Hold them accountable. We don't like their actions. We don't like their bullshit mandate. So here to let them know. All right, I'm gonna turn you guys around. So radio calls are coming in, right? People, they're worried that people are showing up here because the people that they are forcing to wear masks, they're now upset about it. And so they're here for accountability, and now they're nervous. And they should be. They should be very worried. There's another guy wandering around out here. I want to go find him. He was pretending to pick up garbage. So we're down at the Panhandle Health building, down off Atlas Road. Get down here, guys. Come down. Right? You don't have to be the first ones down here. There's already more than a dozen people here. Come down, be a part of it, right? Come down, let them know it pisses you off. What's going to happen is they're going to say, it's the board, it's not us, it's the board, it's not us, right? But no one, we don't care, not buying it, don't care, one bit. Same team, same people, paycheck. We're fine with the mandate as long as we're getting paid. We're fine with harming our neighbors. We're fine with creating just a hostile environment in our community. Right? We're okay with that because we continue to get a paycheck. And that is what's wrong with this entire system of all these order followers. Right? These are all them. Everyone's come here for the day. We got more law enforcement showing up. Everyone's come here for the day. They've clocked in to get a paycheck. They're gonna come here and do their work. And unfortunately, that work is dirty business. Unfortunately, that work is negatively affecting your neighbors, harming your neighbors. You're doing harm to them. We're listening to a minor majority of people. I think the vote was 4-3, right? So we're listening to just a couple of people. And unfortunately, these people, some of these people who were from Kootenai County Medical Facility, right, the hospital, these people have a financial incentive to continue this charade, to continue this nonsense, right? Because they're getting federal dollars for emergency stuff, right? So because it's declared an emergency, we get all this federal funding. It's a fraud, guys. The governor has essentially filed a fraudulent insurance claim. He's collecting federal dollars for what? 8 people dying of a virus, and now these people are forcing a mandate that says you have to wear a mask, and these people are here to enforce it. Here to enforce it, right? These people are willing to enforce this bullshit rule, this mandate, because they're just doing their job too. Everybody is just doing their job, right? So it's up to we the people to come do our job. You guys, it is your job to get here. It is your job to come to this building. It is your job to be a part of this. It is your job to grow these numbers here in this parking lot so big and so overwhelming that they need to start complying with the wishes of the people and not the medical board from Kootenai County Medical, who doesn't have to give you any service, right? They have denied people service at the hospital for not wearing a mask. People have been turned away. People have been denied health care at Kootenai County Medical because they didn't wear a mask. So this mask mandate is harming more people than it's doing any good. But these guys are just following orders, right? Just doing their job, just collecting that paycheck, harming their neighbors. But it's okay though, right? Because we get our paycheck. Our family's taken care of. So neighbors be damned. So guys, get here. Get down here. Come be a part of it. They're starting to file out. They're starting to leave now. Bunch of cowards, right? They're all gonna leave. Bunch of cops showing up. Because it's not them, it's the medical board. Hold these people accountable, guys. If they are going to leave this building and not be held accountable here at the building, hold them accountable at their homes, right? They're negatively affecting you at your home. They're negatively affecting your family. Go to their homes. They're fleeing, they're running, they're leaving work, right? They're shutting down and they're leaving work because they don't want to be held accountable. It's ridiculous. Calling up a bunch of law enforcement. Look, there's another one down here. They're everywhere. Casey Whalen. What's up, buddy?
How are you?
We've done laps around the building. There's like four cop units back there.
Yeah. Are they cowards?
One on the side.
They all ran for me over at the school too.
They're starting to it looks like they're sending the employees home. They're starting to go to their cars.
Yeah, send them home. Send them home.
And then I think the doors are locked. I think people weren't able to get in.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, that's how this is gonna work.
Did they lock the doors? So they just locked the public building, right? They're just gonna shut down and let us talk to an empty building.
So what a bunch of idiots, huh? They're just digging themselves even deeper. They're not smart at all. They're tyrannical, authoritarian bastards. So and
law enforcement here to arrest you if you go on the property.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm not gonna give it to them. I am not gonna give it to them. so they can kiss my ass. I've had it with these people.
They're staged everywhere, waiting.
Yeah. Just go up.
Waiting for what? Waiting for violence? Like why are they not making sure these doors stay open to the public?
That's freaking ridiculous. With a bunch of
There's five guys here in sheriff cars, guys. Right? Come down, quadruple the numbers. Right? You have an overwhelming force of people. Come down and be a part of it. They don't want to talk to Casey. These guys don't like Casey at all.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
What's up, guys? They're all right. Not wearing your masks, I see.
No. Oh, heck no.
Good for you. Yeah, Casey's great. You know, these guys, they absolutely hate him because he's there at every turn, right? And so they hate him. Laws and liberties are being respected and enforced, and by these private, or in this case, this public entity, these guys who are public servants who are supposed to make sure that these laws are enforced, they're obviously they're here in force for what? For what, right? Isn't it their job to protect and serve the community? Monday through Friday, 8-5. I guess not today. Do you have any COVID symptoms? So here you go, guys. Per the July 23rd, 2020 order, the Board of Health, masks are required. And then they lock the doors. And they call law enforcement to come and hang out. What's up, buddy? Yeah, give it a while. Got more people showing up. There's quite a few people doing laps around the building. People showing up out here. When we showed up this morning, that's a thorn bush, that hurt. When we showed up this morning, there was a couple of security guys walking around, wandering around outside. Of course they know Casey's coming, right? Casey posted a YouTube video letting him know that he's coming. And then that more people are coming. And this is the building, guys. This is the target. This is the building. These are the employees. These are the people to be held accountable. All those people who are down on Sherman waving your flags around, who are you talking to? The people going to Sherman? The people driving down the main thoroughfare? What are we after? Are we after publicity or are we after change? You should be showing up here, talking to this building, talking to these people. These are the people who are enforcing the mask mandate. This is who you hold accountable. This is the guy, this is the security fella out here picking up garbage. So I guess we'll just come here all week, right? If they're gonna continue to shut down and lock the doors, we'll just have to continue coming back over and over and over, right? We'll just disrupt their daily lives until they provide us with answers. They're all just hiding inside that building, right? The public, the PIO, the public information officer, the woman who's in charge with dealing with public, just in there hiding, right? Hiding out, lock the doors. Here comes the people. Here comes the public. There's no accountability, right? They hide inside their building. They lock the doors. They shut us out. You go to the public meeting. I was at the public meeting. You guys saw it. Everyone spoke out against it. People presented the science on masks, how they don't how they don't work. It was all laid before them, and I recorded them. They're just sitting there on their phones, not even paying attention. They didn't hear a word the public had to say. And the reason for it is because there is financial gain in them to continue with this mask charade. What are we doing? You're not even standing around anyone. You're wearing a mask. It's ridiculous. And this woman didn't feel safe, so she was escorted to her car, wearing her mask in her car. Leaving for the day though, I guess, you know, they're getting the day off. You guys are welcome, probably paid too. You're welcome. Our tax dollars out there, you know, making sure these guys get paid to dodge us and to not be held accountable. Americans are neutered, says John Cena. Yeah, it's true, man. You know, these people will take what they are given, right? And if your job, the way you make your money, is at all threatened, you'll do whatever you're told. We've lost that American spirit of being. Now we just all do what we're told. For measly jobs, insignificant jobs. You know, you're selling your soul. You're selling your kids' future away. You're selling out for, I don't know. These guys even make 100 grand a year? You guys make 100 grand a year? What do you guys make? You're not gonna answer me? What a dick. Guess my question was rude. I don't know. Doesn't have his mask on either, I noticed. Just doing his job though, right? Making sure his family's taken care of. Got zero sympathy for it, guys. I have zero sympathy for this anymore, this whole entire charade, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because it negatively affects my family. It's negatively affecting our community. My wife will not go shopping by herself anymore because she does not feel safe going into stores because people are becoming increasingly aggressive, increasingly violent. Stores kicking you out and refusing you service. And Captain Dickhead over there, who didn't want to answer my question, he don't give a shit, right? He collects his paycheck, goes home, feeds his family, probably puts a mask on. It's sad. These guys are cowards. Complete cowards. We're gonna have to keep showing up here, guys, right? Because maybe if we waste enough resources and enough time and enough money coming here every single day, maybe something will change. Maybe the sheriff's department will get tired of sending 5 guys to sit down here on Atlas to watch a bunch of people who are pissed off at a bunch of assholes who are enforcing mandates to wear a mask around town and negatively affect their community and their community's health under the guise of health and safety. But the science shows that it's doing you negative health. It is harming you to wear a mask for extended periods of time, and it's not doing any good to wear these masks. People are just cashing out on this mask stuff, right? These stupid cotton masks. People are just buying them up. Buying them up, right? Oh, cool, my cool new fashion statement, my new mask. How rad is that? It's crazy. It's crazy what our grandfathers did for this country. It's crazy what we did for this country, and now what all these bootlicking order followers are now doing to our country. It's unbelievable. It's sad.
From Priest River, that's pretty awesome.
So I made the point that these guys are just collecting paychecks, right? That they're just doing this to collect their paycheck. And on the scale, it's just an insignificant thing. Like how much do sheriffs make a year, right? I asked him if the guy, I mean, so rude. I mean, he could easily just be like, hey man, I don't want to discuss that, which, I mean, we could go down and get the information, but just extremely rude, right?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
That's how they train them.
Yeah.
So,
To be a dick.
And now we have blue lost flags on the back of all these vehicles, and that is not acceptable at all. I haven't seen that yet. So they're all, it looks like they're on all the sheriff's vehicles in the back. The blue lives flag, which I have a huge problem with that.
So explain to everyone why the blue line flag is an issue, especially if you're rocking a "Don't Tread on Me" anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just it's mutilating the flag. Ultimately, it just comes down to this is our crew, this is our gang, and you know, even when you try to get them to take it off and put up the American flag, they don't get it. And so that's the point of it. It's just, you know, it's just disgusting. I mean, that's not what people follow.
So what's the plan after today, Casey? Since they're
well,
locking down and sending some people home.
We do this. Yeah, they're extreme cowards here. Nick Meckerhoff, he's a tyrannical bastard. You know, so these people are just a bunch of jerks, and they're not professional at all. And it's not going to put up with this crap. So this is great, though. Thank you so much for exposing yourselves like this. We appreciate this. This shows everybody what a bunch of cowards and tyrants you are. So thank you so much. We appreciate it.
And I think if we keep coming back and the sheriff continues to waste his resources of sending all his deputies up here, of course they'll claim that we're the ones wasting their resources.
That's fine. I don't care.
But this needs to become a thing, guys. If we need to set up tents right out here on the grass and continue doing this daily, we need to get answers, because that's your new one. You get to choose whether or not you're going to take or accept.
Let me give you the phone number for the public information officer.
Yeah.
If my phone will.
That'll be good. If you guys are at home and you want to help out and you're not even in this state, we're going to give you a number to call, and you can just keep on calling. They're in there, so they should be able to answer the phone.
Okay, it's officer for Panhandle Health. Her phone number is 208-415-5108. And I was calling to find out about contact tracing, and I did not receive a call back, and I didn't leave my name either. Contact tracing, ask about what's its current status, how many people do you have, are actively going to people's homes and ruining families on right now, or what are you doing? So just be a citizen journalist yourself and ask. So again, the phone number is 208-415-5108. Catherine Hoyer.
Yes.
Thanks, Chad.
Typical for the course for us, of course.
We're coming here every day.
Trying to keep away.
Okay, guys. So if you picked up your flag, you grabbed your gun, did anything in Coeur d'Alene and thought that it mattered, you need to be at this building. You need to come down here to Panhandle Health District on Atlas Road. You need to come down here and be a part of this, because this is the building that it's taking place in. These are the people who are responsible for the mandate. They are the ones who are responsible for it, okay? They are going to try and tell you that it is the health board that is responsible for it, but I can tell you that if all of these board and they stood up against them, it wouldn't happen anymore, right? But these people are all going to put their heads down and collect their paycheck, because that's what everybody does. Nobody takes a stand. Nobody stands up for what's right. These people are all our neighbors. These are our neighbors. This is our community. They live in our community, and they're totally fine with watching their neighbors have to wear a muzzle around to go into stores, be forced to wear a muzzle to feed their families in many of the stores around here. And a lot of the stores around here are getting banned by people, which is fantastic. Stop going to those people. Stop supporting a take stand, right? That's how you're going to negatively affect these corporations, is you hit them in the pocketbook. And if their bottom dollar starts to fall and fall and fall, they're going to lift. We're going to hang out. Be here a while. So come on down. You guys come down on your lunch break. Just take the day off and come down. I don't know where the legal eagle is, but we're going to go. Let's go follow Corey around. We'll hang out with Corey. Guys, this is Corey, Questionable Authority. You can go check out his channel. He usually does this stuff before breakfast daily. Corey was just in Seattle. at Bill Gates's house. So, Corey went to Bill Gates's house, right? Pretty. What did you find at Bill Gates's house? Pretty ridiculous, huh?
We didn't really find anything, but yeah, it was ridiculous. He lives in a city of very wealthy people, and just puts all theirs to shame. He wasn't there, but his neighbors called the police on us. They didn't like people with cameras walking around the neighborhood, so that's the point. Make all of them uncomfortable. It makes us uncomfortable, so put it back on them.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
So this is the guy here in the blue shirt is the one who continues to lock the door. How come you're locking everyone out?
Yes, sir. Can I just ask you a couple of questions?
Do you not answer to the public? Is this a public building? Do you represent the people? Are you paid by tax dollars? Do you give a shit? Thank you, sir. Appreciate the interview. Nobody wants to talk. Must be the masks, right? The masks and just being a standard dickhead. How many people we got in here, guys? 638. Yeah, cowards. Guy didn't want to hang out and talk. Whatever time they're off. Guess we can get them coming out. Panhandle Health, 8500 North Atlas, Hayden, Idaho. If you can't be there, call them. 208-415-5100. Tell them to open their door. Our door. I think Corey got him to talk. It's amazing how rude these guys are. You go up and have a conversation with them, or try to. They're law enforcement, Kootenai County Sheriff's Office. You go up and try to have a conversation with them or ask them a question, they look at you and just ignore you. I mean, how big of a piece of shit you gotta be to do that? You could easily say, hey man, I don't want to answer your questions, or hey man, I don't want to divulge that kind of information. But it's like they're taught to be dickheads. I don't get it. You know, we forget that we live in a community. We forget that we're neighbors. We forget that we're responsible for the well-being of everybody, right? You don't negatively affect your neighbors. You don't harm your neighbors. Looks like there's a couple of sheriff's deputies parked over there. Parked in the school over there. Zero accountability, guys. Well, I mean, what happens, right? Do we vote these people out? No, the board, the Panhandle Health District Board, the people who are in charge, they're not publicly voted in. So how do we hold them accountable? We just tell them we're mad and then we continue to put up with it. Guys, if you're done putting up with it, show up to this building. Show up to this building the rest of the week. I don't know what else you're gonna do with your week. If you're tired of watching your wife stick a mask on before she has to go shopping, if you're tired of seeing your kids have to wear a mask around, or if you don't want your kids to have to go back to a school that looks more like a slaughterhouse, everyone wearing masks and staying away from each other, if you're tired of it, come down here. You can't vote, right? There's no voting to be had. These people are not held accountable by a vote. So we have to hold them accountable as our neighbors. We public shame people for not wearing masks. Maybe these people should be publicly shamed when you see them out and about. Maybe they should be harassed to the point that they can't leave their house because of their affiliation with the building that they work for. What's the answer? How do we hold people accountable? I notice they're not trespassing anybody. What's the answer, guys? How do you hold people accountable? Do not comply. Yeah, we're not complying. Same mandate tyranny happening. Worried about get out of the city soon. Yeah, Mike says as long as everyone has internet, they won't care about anything. Yeah, that's, you know, it's a big issue, guys. Like we are very complacent. We are very comfortable. We're very lazy. As you can see, the guy who's the Mr. Gatekeeper there, very unhealthy, as you can see. Probably a solid 100 pounds overweight there. And he works for the health district. Qualified? I don't think so. I don't think so. Would you go to a personal trainer who's morbidly obese or grossly overweight? Probably not qualified. Maybe. Is that guy qualified to tell you to wear a mask over your face? He's just doing it for a paycheck. They're just doing it for a paycheck, right? Following orders. They got you. They got you on a leash. Right? They got you on a leash. Guys, they've got chains around you. They've released your chains, but they know you're not going anywhere. All because you need a paycheck. Right? Look, this lady's just standing on the window, just standing there, but won't come to the door and ask questions. Oh, he saw me, I gotta hide. What kind of work are we doing in there that we're just standing in windows watching people, right? I don't know, we'll go find out why this one's following me slowly around the parking lot. Thank you for whoever gave me the $2 super chat. I missed it. No, do you?
No, I'm just wondering why you're videotaping all the employee cars.
Are you? I'm wondering why we have to wear masks around because of this building. We all got questions.
I know, but harassing staff doesn't help with it.
Who's been harassed?
Well, I'm not
Do you feel harassed?
Well, I do have concerns about my safety.
I do too. And I have concerns about the safety of my family. Especially when my wife gets harassed when she goes into a store because she doesn't want to wear a mask. And then I have to then go with her to every shopping destination because she's afraid of the level of aggression inside these stores. Don't you think that we should have the right to decide whether or not we wear a mask?
Don't you think I should have the right to be safe at work without being put on, I'm guessing, Facebook, social media?
No, YouTube.
Oh.
NorthcountryOffgrid. Check it out. Hit the subscribe button.
Well, I believe God has a plan and he's here to protect me, and, you know, I believe in the word of God, so I feel okay, but I'm gonna keep driving if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Appreciate you talking with me.
I'm trying not to engage. I just want to safely pursue.
Oh yeah, go for it. Because you engaged me, so I figured you want to engage.
I didn't really...
Yeah, you rolled your window down and started talking. That's an engagement. Everyone's a fucking victim. All right. It's crazy, guys. And this is what I'm talking about. Absolute speak with me, asked me if I needed something, and then tells me that I engaged her and that she doesn't want to be harassed. These are the people who get to decide whether or not you're healthy or not, right? We give too much power to weak people. There's too many weak people, weak constitutions, weak-minded. I don't think she's gonna hit the thumbs up. Is that not ironic though that she's worried about being safe while at work? Because I'm here because my wife doesn't feel safe out in public when she's shopping with my children, right? But she wants to be safe at work, the woman who works here in the building forcing people to wear masks, creating this hostile environment here in our community. She wants to feel safe. I think you're on the wrong side, lady. Right? But you gotta collect your paycheck. Yeah, shopping is private. You go out into the public, you're around the public, and you are in a private venue doing a public activity. So I understand what you're saying, but you can't justify the private store. Or maybe you can. Canadian Patriot, showing support from Ontario, Canada. Appreciate it, man. Stern but fair. The door is opened. How'd that door get opened? Grab that door! I guess they're just letting select people in. Oh, they locked it.
Well, that's good to know. I'll do that next time.
What are we learning here? Yeah, just hide by the door. They didn't even see you.
Yeah, I'm so unassuming, and my name isn't Casey Whalen, so
Yeah.
that works for me.
Casey's definitely public enemy number one. I don't know if they're gonna arrest him if he comes on this place. I don't even know how long he was trespassed for. He was just trespassed. No one else is getting trespassed. I had a conversation with a woman out back. She rolled the window down and asked if I needed help.
Oh,
And then told me she doesn't want to be harassed at work and she didn't want to be engaged by me.
oh.
And then asked if she could leave. Very, very victim-like.
Wait, she approached you.
Could leave.
Oh my gosh.
And I was making the point that like we have this world of victims, right? These people who are very weak in constitution, weak-minded, and they're running this place.
My mom comes out in me, and I just want to smack him upside the head like a child.
Yeah,
Not that I smack my kids upside the head for the most part.
I would. I mean, honestly, that's what didn't happen to these people, and so that's why they act the way that they do. They're very entitled for this building to think that they can tell all of the neighbors around here in an area to wear a mask. For how many deaths? Do we know how many deaths there are?
Supposedly, there's 16, I believe, in the Panhandle area. 7 of them were in their 70s, 6 of them were in their 80s, and 7 of them were in their 90s. So what's that, 18? Supposedly.
Don't ask me math on a live stream.
14 or 20, something like that. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So I sent them an email. I sent the Panhandle board an email this morning just asking for their response for this quote-unquote pandemic that seems to only affect old people who may or may not have already been on their way out. We don't know, just an assumption. And then I'd like to see the numbers of deaths for the age group last year versus this year, because
Or
apparently they
versus
have
the
them.
flu.
I would love the flu too.
Because the flu has disappeared this year.
Yeah, it has.
COVID is the new kid on the block. And everyone who has been running the numbers thus far has been proven to be lying about it, including the medical community. They have been lying about it. And we know that there's financial gain there.
There is. So everything has to be approved through a CARES funding board for the Kootenai County area, which comes directly from the state of Idaho. And so they have to take the receipts and try to get reimbursed through the CARES fund. So I can't remember the exact amount. $1.something million was allocated for the Kootenai County area. And so anyone who has receipts, the commissioners board that's upgrading their video conferencing area, Panhandle Health, anything related to COVID, they have to have their receipts sent to this funding board, who then has to approve it to go down to the state, who then has to approve it to get funding for reimbursement. So that's how that goes.
So it's a big fraud. As the whole thing is a big fraud. It's all perpetrated by Brad Little, which the state of Idaho is currently recalling. If you guys have not signed the recall petition, do it. It's like,
I think it's today.
It's like down to the deadline.
Yeah.
Go find someone who is allowing you to sign the petition. But it's fraud, right? Everyone jumped on the gravy train. They realized, hey, if we pretend there's a COVID crisis, we're going to get all this federal funding. And now these people are just using their federal funding to upgrade their toys and their goods, right? So it's just excessive spending due to people who have no conscience. They're making horrible decisions based off of money and greed. We'll just negatively affect our area, our neighbors and our friends, and then we'll spend a bunch of money. It's greed at its finest, absolutely.
If you like factual data, there is a website that's been put in place that has all of the rolling medical studies that you can look at. It's called C19study.com, and it's glorious. If you like medical facts, you can go there and check it out. That's really great information. And then also, just going back to Panhandle Health, their next regularly scheduled meeting is September 23rd or 24th or something like that. Nothing is scheduled before then. So we really need to push them to get...
We just need to be here every day.
I think that's what needs to happen.
We need to be here every day.
Yeah.
Because they're obviously... What's going... Guys, the target is November, right? The target is elections. All of these guys are trying to push this shit until the elections, right? Gotta come over here and look at what's going on. Watching this guy watching me. So we need more people, guys. There needs to be more people. There needs to be more influence. There needs to be more persuasion. There needs to be more pressure, right? They're already sending people home who are probably claiming that they don't feel safe, which is hilarious. And it's just a problem with the people these days, right? They're all weak-minded. They're all cowards. No one has to work for anything. They get these soft, cushy little jobs. They don't know what hard work looks like, and so they say stupid shit like, I don't feel safe at my job anymore. But you know, it's just go home early, probably paid too. You got 5 deputies roaming around out here. How could you not feel safe at your job, right? We're all fucking crybabies. Just moved to North Idaho, want to get involved. Yeah, get involved, guys. We need tons and tons of people to get involved, right? All right, guys, we're buffering a little bit, so I'm gonna get out of here. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be here. We're gonna be back, right? We'll just continue coming back here every single day until it is just totally uncomfortable that they need to come out and answer to people. Continue wasting resources, continue doing something other than just sitting around doing nothing, right? If we need to get the sheriff to send 5 deputies here every single day, then that's what we do. If these people need to go home every single day to feel safe, then wear your mask on home. Or we can sit around until we're talking about vaccines, guys. It's up to you. I would rather do it peacefully now than do anything else later.